Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever this video finds you. I hope you're having a rad time. I'm the Figure Dude, and on today's custom figure review, we're going to take a look at a couple of my AEW / New Japan Jon Moxleys. Without further ado, let's talk about some figures. Dude. Welcome back to today's figure review. These are a couple of customs that honestly I didn't intend to do at first, but if I'm going to be completely honest, I have not liked the AEW figures that we have gotten of Jon Moxley. They're super tall, which I know like scale is iffy. I just feel like even though the Jazzwares figures are a little bit bigger, that Moxley is way too tall. We saw before with the first Dustin Rhodes that they put out that he was mega tall, and they fixed his height, and it was good. But I mean, I haven't bought a Moxley figure in a while. We've gotten a ton of them, and from what I have seen so far, the height hasn't really been adjusted that much. I do like the head scans we've gotten. I like the updated head scans. So you can see I did use those for these customs. But one, we didn't get the New Japan attire, his like tights attire. We got it in a chase. And I've talked before, I don't like to open the chases. And I also didn't get that Moxley chase. They're not easy to track down. And that was one I didn't happen to run across. So never got that Moxley chase. I do think it looks really good on its own. Just next to other figures, I think it's too tall. So anyway, I did kind of use the old Mattel formula with the Moxley that is in his pants. And you can see I've got decals on him. So he does have his AEW jacket. He has his scan from one of his Unrivaled figures. And to put the AEW heads on there, I did have to like Dremel it out a little bit. So they are swappable. They do pop on and off easily because I Dremeled through there. But I based this off his match with CM Punk, I believe. So he might have had a little bit different pants design, but he did wear the wrist tape. And I think Moxley doesn't wear wrist tape a lot, so I kind of went with that look. At least I think of him without wrist tape. I could be wrong. But both of these, so I'll get the jacket off the other one. Both of these use the Austin torso, gave him that thicker torso. It's got Mox on the jeans. It's got Blackpool Combat Club here, and then it's got some barbed wire going around with the like normal Shield pants, which even those I thought made the guys a little too tall. I feel like it makes the Roman figures too tall, and then like his head scans are typically pretty big too. I do feel like it's gotten a little better as far as head scan size, but still with Roman I think they make him a little too big, but it doesn't completely kill it for me. This other Moxley, this New Japan Moxley, I'm more excited about this one because it's more unique. Like, we don't really see Moxley in that. It's just got some barbed wire around the leg. I mean, I'd use decals again, just some barbed wire around this leg. It just goes around there. And then on the shoes, I got the A6 decals. Come on. Focus. There you see, A6 decals all the way around. And I mean, both of these are pretty simple. Just aesthetically, I think this is a lot. I like this look a lot more than his AEW figures. And I don't even like, these are the only Moxley figures I bought, and one of them was because I bought like the full case of Unrivaled on like Black Friday or something last year. So I got that second Moxley. The first Moxley, this is the first one we got, and I really like that head. I think it looks really good. But both their formulas, I try to keep them pretty in scale, so height-wise, they're pretty close. I forgot what I was going to say. I had something I was going to say. I don't know. I don't remember what I was going to say. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to grab a couple of his normal Mattel figures so you can kind of compare. And then I'll grab a couple of the most recent Roman and Seth figures so that you can kind of see them all next to each other. Be right back. All right, here you go. So I got the most recent Rollins that I picked up, and then all the Romans are the same pretty much, except Headscans, and some sit a little higher, some are a little bigger. But for the most part, Roman hasn't really changed. So I asked Siri before I turned the camera back on. Rollins is 6'1", Moxley is 6'2", Roman is 6'3". The hair on Roman, I think, does give him a little extra height. But scale-wise, I think these are about right, where they're supposed to be. I felt like the Roman maybe is a little taller than he needs to be. I wish they'd give him the Stone Cold torso. He's a big dude, but he's not that, like, shredded torso like they keep giving him. But I don't think they're ever going to change. He's the face of the company. Maybe it'll be different with Triple H, but so long as he was the top guy with Vince, they were never going to allow him to have anything but the most ripped torso. So I can save my Roman thoughts for another day, but having these guys together, I think they all look pretty good. And I do have some Moxleys or Ambroses. I forgot to go grab those as well. But I think that's going to be an even bigger contrast, because the Rollins, like the old Rollins figures, had the like way skinnier legs, so they, like, at least I thought, next to the Dean Ambrose figures and the Roman Reigns figures, looked terrible. I thought they looked way too skinny, and I'm glad that they have revisited the Rollins. And in general, I feel like the head scans have gotten a little bit bigger. Some of those Mattel head scans, like, so they're kind of all over the place. Sometimes with scale, sometimes they're kind of bigger, sometimes they're smaller. But I feel like most of the old Rollins scans also had small heads. So they had small heads, small legs, and I don't think that those figures look great next to other guys that are supposed to be about his size. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go grab my Dean Ambrose figures. Then we'll have one more comparison, and then we'll be out of here. Okay, so this is more representative of what I was talking about with, like with those old Rollins, with these old Dean Ambrose figures. Like, they made Ambrose and Rollins too skinny, so they looked puny next to Roman. And like, Roman is a big dude, obviously, but like, they made Rollins and Ambrose way too scrawny, and I just didn't like how they looked together, which probably just plays into how I thought Roman was too big. I have not put these next to each other. I really didn't look at, I'm not a huge fan of the old Ambrose figures, so I didn't even bring those out when I was doing these Jon Moxley fix-ups, or customs, because I didn't care for their scale. They kind of cop out with the jeans. All the jeans are the same length pretty much, so there's typically not a lot of difference in height with guys that they have the jeans on, and I think that's kind of what happened with these Ambrose figures. But we've gotten a ton of scans. I didn't really like the options I had with the Mattel heads. You can kind of see, like, this one and this one are kind of alike, but he doesn't have that, like, shaved side of his head. It's close, but not the same. Not what I was looking for with his New Japan and with his AEW attire. But that's going to wrap things up for today. I don't have anything else. Again, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to give away. I will give an update in a video maybe, or I might do it on Instagram, I might do it on both. But I'll have details for that hopefully pretty soon. Please like, share, subscribe, all that, comment. I'm sure I missed something. You can always feel free to reach out on Instagram. I don't have this whole outro nailed yet. You'd think after doing as many videos as I have, I would have something smooth down, but I haven't gotten there. Sometimes I just get to the end of the videos and we wing it. But remember, you can't buy happiness, but you can buy figures. Figure dude.